audience just check it out?
So my name is Lori Nishikawa. I'm a product designer and graduating with the Design Matters minor in social innovation.
Cool. What's your project about?
So this project is about building a scalable coral reef for outplanting supercorals. And so I'm from Maui, and it's really important for me to develop products and solutions that deal with problems back home. And so right now there's a process where we use microfragmentation, and essentially that simply means cutting up bits of coral and allowing it to grow in a nursery. And this grows 25 times faster if you cut it up into little pieces. And so what I've developed is a coral plug system where you just twist it on, and then you're able to outplant hundreds, if not thousands, of these super fast. And I have a little scalable coral reef back there.
Wow.
So in coral reefs, even if you're designing an artificial one, you need to be very mindful of the complexity with building it. So if you have the Great Barrier Reef, you have a ridge like this, you're going to need to develop a structure that has open and closed faces based off of the energy coming through. So I developed this just to communicate it, but you could essentially just continue to build and then put that on, especially if you want to plant more corals.
So you made these components?
This is a toy, but this system helps communicate the entire premise. So what I'm imagining is a reef architect would be having this in his office, and he would just be able to mock up a prototype and be able to say like, well, I think it should go here. And it could be a conversation piece where you could actually collaborate, and that's really compelling, especially for scientists.
So a reef architect is a theoretical job that doesn't exist yet.
No, they have people who actually build underwater reefs right now. Yeah. But this design does not exist yet.
What's your goal for this project in an ideal world?
In the ideal world, I hope that hotels, that surf industries, that people who actually, even fisheries, most of all, would rebuild these coral reefs so it benefits them at the end for marine life to thrive, and also replants coral the way that it should have been right now without climate change.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe one day it'll be colorful all over the ocean floor. Who knows?
Do you have any plans for after you graduate, or?
I'm looking for opportunities that allow me to utilize my skills and my values in social impact and environmental impact into places unorthodox. So I did an internship at JPL, and I really enjoy the rigor of communicating with other disciplines. And I think that's designers' best traits, is that we can bridge the communication gap. So who knows where I'm going to go, but I don't know. We'll see.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank
So we're doing a Facebook Live broadcast for ArtCenter's Facebook
hi.
Do you want to quickly sort of describe what your project is and what your name and introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Roy Ren. I treat myself as an industrial designer and also UX designer. Should I look at the camera or look at you? I'm going to be Okay. So I have two projects. It's a physical product, and two projects are related to UX design. So the first project is Amigo. It's an app for people to meet. It's both for local and also for travelers. So it's also for local to discovering the local trendy activities. So it will when people to doing things together, it always helps them to easily, naturally to meet and to make friends.
Right.
So that's Amigo of that. you can treat that as a dating app, but with no such like strong
No pressure.
purpose. Yeah. And this is Kodak rebranding. So when people think of Kodak, they think about the camera. But I think if Kodak want to go to the top of the market again, they have to not following the trend, but creating the trend. So what I'm doing is actually combine artificial intelligence to Kodak brand, the value of Kodak. So it's come a personal companion, which is AI companion, and it's portable. So when you go outside, you can always go take that piece and go with you to recording every thought you have and every person you meet.
Yeah.
And also Kodak is always about family. It's always about emotion. So the second part project is actually a smart bracelet. It doesn't have any screens on, but it has flexible rubber flat top. You can always touch it, like touch on skin. And the receiver on another side always can feel whatever you got inputted.
Wow, cool.
And this run project is specifically designed for marathon runner. So in current market, marathon runner have to get nutrition and to get planning and get to meet a friend with different media.
Yeah.
So it's very hard for normal people to get into this sport. So this whole thing is trying to reduce the effort for normal people to get into this sport, and in the same time can provide them the most precise nutrition intake and also get your personal planning.
Yeah.
And also this app associated with the whole ecosystem. And this heat, which is a project I did in 2015, and it was launched in the same year. It raised up over 50,000 users in a few months without any budget for advertising. So it's mainly for design. It's mainly designed for amateur basketball players, but it also can apply to any other amateur sports.
Cool.
And that's from my roadmap too. And also you can see it's very clean UI because I try to make this app more like a social media social community rather than a tooling app. So I want to help the amateurs to get together and to meet very easily, to establish a team, and also to fight with each other within a team. So that's the core of the basketball, which is missing from amateur players.
Right.
So that's what our team and I want to try to solve it. Yeah, basically that's the thing I did. I have more on my website, but yeah, you can always check it out. Yeah.
Great. What's your website?
www.royren.com. Thank you.
Yeah, it's well lit too.
Oh, maybe like 5 minutes or 5 minutes? Or so.
If you could stand a little more in the light, that would be great. Yeah, perfect.
Hello, my name is Nicole Ng, and I'm a graduating product design student here at ArtCenter, and this is my thesis project, a bus stop information communication platform designed for LA Metro to make a more sorry, can I start over? I feel like I just okay. Well, anyway, this is a bus stop information platform to make a better experience for bus riders. Currently, there's not a lot going on for the communication or proximity alerts. So I have created a 3-part system that combines low-tech and high-tech solutions in order to make a better experience. The first part of the system is a revised route map and signage for a better information design to communicate more about the route and where you are in the city to people who are riding. The second part is a proximity alert system and an all-around cabinet to house this information design. And the third part is an app platform that ties all of this together. So I'd like to take you through this, some of my main functions. This, see here that you have an opportunity that is missed in typical bus stops to communicate not only to the rider that is standing here, who doesn't know where they are or needs more information about where they're going, to the person who's already on the bus who can't read a typical sign. And so the rear here actually is the entire cabinet is a signage to communicate to this rider on the bus what bus stop that they're at, similar to the way it is on subway stations where there's a big sign. This is for the hearing impaired or for just when the PA system isn't working and you have a Charlie Brown effect happening. So with this module system, it pairs with existing signage to tell you when the bus is coming. So for instance, here in line 4, 2 stops away, there's no bus. 1 stop away, a bus has arrived. But in 5 minutes, it's about to come. So this proximity indicator starts to fill. And you can see a demonstration right here. Where, oops, the time. Well, right now the bus is here. Line 4 is here. You better start boarding. It uses the typical traffic indicator coloring to tell you when it's here. For instance, if it's green, then that means you got a little bit of time left to go. If it's yellow, so here we're starting, it's green. Yellow, start hurrying up, and it'll go to red, which means you have a critical amount of time to get there. This is in consideration of the fact that when you're transferring between lines, oftentimes the bus stops aren't that close together if you're unlucky. So it's helpful to know when you're getting off one bus, when you're going to the other bus stop, do you have to run in order to catch it, or can you walk? Nothing hurts worse than rushing to get to the bus stop and just missing it and having to wait yet another 35 minutes.
Are you a big rider of public transportation? Like, what inspired this?
What inspired this is, before I came to ArtCenter, I used to work in a civil rights nonprofit advocacy group. The main campaign that I was staffed on was a transit advocacy issue for transit equity. And afterwards, I was inspired to come to ArtCenter in order to find ways to create actionable solutions on my own. And while I did learn how to create awesome, beautiful things, I wanted to see and challenge myself to see whether I could use the design thinking and training that I learned here to apply to the systemic issue. And right now, it's very challenging as a product designer and as a product design student to use the transit system because you have no idea how to use your time if you can. So knowing that perhaps as a product designer I can't really do anything about the service, I wanted to at least make the waiting experience something that people could use their time well within it and feel like they've squeezed extra value out of their day while they're using the system.
Have you made Metro aware of your project yet?
I've been trying to communicate. I've made some entreaties with the Office of Extraordinary Innovation. I've also started contacting City Council, and I'm hoping that with the opportune timing for Measure R and the new research initiative coming up to understand the passenger experience, something from ArtCenter or something from a designer will be able to influence what they're doing for the better.
Fantastic. That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Needed and impressive. the DJs.
Oh, they know now. Should we head down to transportation? Should we start a new one?
It's a grant.
We can't vouch for station identification. I think it's electric.
Where you open this and you close it again. Let's say it's
Hey there. Hey, we're doing a live video for ArtCenter's Facebook.
Okay.
Do you want to tell us a little about your projects?
Sure.
That'd be great.
This is the Trans Grad Room. My name
Okay.
is Stanley Fisher, and this is where I put up what really represents who I am as a designer. So I have an Abarth future interior concept, which is about what's the way we're going to celebrate the purity of driving in the future. There's another project over here, which is the hybrid adventure motorcycle concept, just pushing the potential of what an adventure bike can be. And the thesis project over here is trying to envision what a Tesla truck interior would look like, and what's the utility potential within it. And really it's about altruism. How do we take this sustainable energy and put it into a segment of the automotive industry that really needs it? So it's logically where this should go. It's about the better good, so big picture.
What are some of the elements in your design here that we might not have seen before in our day-to-day lives?
So in cars right now, currently, on an instrument panel, for example, there are modules behind the screen that you touch, usually, where a lot of things function. And that's going more and more away to the point where there's really just a screen in front of you. So behind that is opportunity space. So you can end up with an instrument panel where the entire piece is a screen, and behind here is where the glove box is. You can have a vent inside these grab handles, so you're basically figuring out how to hide vents so that they're not an obvious feature anymore. That's why you can't really see what you typically see in a car now. You see vents, but here you don't really see them because they're deliberately disguised. There's a couple of the things that you won't see now.
It's interesting how many more trucks are sold than cars.
Yeah, most people don't see that either until you put it in infographics. That's the reality right there.
And what is the reality? We can't really see it here.
So this bar in black is the average. If you put all the brands together, the average sale of cars across the country each year, and then the red is the sales of trucks in the hundreds of thousands. So you can tell how much more the trucks sell, and they make the biggest impact on the environment. So it stands to reason that making a Tesla truck appeal to truck buyers takes their brand mission to a bigger place.
That's great. Where are you from?
I originally grew up in Zambia, which is a little country there in the middle of Africa.
Wow. How did you find your way to ArtCenter?
So I have extended family that lives over here in California, and I was over here doing some college, looking for where I would do industrial design. I knew I wanted to do it, I didn't know where, so it's some sort of a happy accident that I found this school. So that's the story.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the next 2 weeks is the rest of training. More training are detail images on Monday, and then September 5th.
Yes, this is my project.
Do you want to tell us about it? Introduce yourself, and this is Facebook Live for ArtCenter.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Jung. I usually go by IJ, and this is the project about the CMF, color, material, and finish. So based on I choose the brand Fiat, and then choose the car as a 500. The reason for it is Fiat 500 itself already has a diversity of the trim levels, like a sporty version with the arbor, and then sustainability model with the electric city model. And also they do collaborate with a lot of luxury brands like Gucci or Maserati, so they also have luxury trim levels. So based on that, I developed the color scheme with the downtown LA, and then Venice Beach, and then Hollywood. So based on that, I tried to apply the colors first, and then try to seek for right materials for each trims. So for the luxury trims, I choose the genuine materials. You can feel the conservative leather and wood kind of things. You can feel it and smell it. And for the more sustainability model, I choose non-animal based materials because they don't want to sit on animal-friendly skin. So try to choose eco-friendly, like recycled or also not from the animals, mostly focused on the materials. And for the sportier version, I try to use lighter material. So like a perforated leather or
cordura, which is the new material, which is already popular in outdoor industry. So I try to put that materials in the car interior for the next material floor.
Do you feel like we're going to see a lot more plaids? Is plaid going to be like a trend we'll see inside cars?
So
Is plaid
yeah.
sort of a trend that's coming up in cars?
I hope so. Like, hope so. It's more fun.
There's a lot of people focusing on interiors in this class.
Yes. Because like for the future, I think like anyway people stays inside of the car, so probably people more focusing on interior project for the future.
Great. Well, thank you very much, and
Thanks
good
a
luck.
lot.
and Congratulations.
Thank you.
Weekend.
Yeah, it's got some thumbs up too.
So this is your stuff here.
This is my stuff, absolutely. It's a little different, I think.
Yeah, it really is. Do you want to tell us about your Segway project?
Sure, absolutely. Well, I mean, I think, well, first of all, my kind of process is a little different than everyone else's here, in that while most of the people here kind of go for either interior or exterior design, I'm actually trying to go for something like maybe a bridge between strategy and product planning and design. So my stuff tends to be a lot more research heavy. So yeah, so in the case of the Segway, the impetus was actually a trip to a vacation to a friend of mine's home in suburban Atlanta. And even though he had a bunch of cool cars, the family would always get jazzed up to take a ride in their golf cart. And I gave it a shot. I'm like, oh wow, that's really kind of fun. It's open air, it's social, and it's actually quicker to get places because they had dedicated infrastructure. So when I came here to California, did some research, I found, wow, there's a huge market for NEVs, both here and abroad. But it's all being serviced primarily by golf carts. So my thought was, well, wait a minute, maybe there's some sort of a segment buster that's a bit more car-like, but still has the same sort of open-air, fun kind of a feel as a golf cart. So this thing is a little higher, it's got more body work, it's got these sort of door blades for safety, but at the same time, again, it's open air, and it's really meant to be used on sort of dedicated NEV roads. So, hopefully something like this can proliferate and get EVs into more households, kind of on the
Definitely safer than a Segway.
Yes, exactly. Well, the thing is, I thought the reason I picked Segway was that they're all about kind of advanced mobility, but their flagship product only carries one person.
Yeah.
So, something like this might be a good sort of addition to their lineup.
Right.
Wonderful. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Thank you.
I don't know if we what was your name again?
Oh, I'm Joff on Bow. And you guys are Christine.
And this is Matt. We work in marketing at ArtCenter.
Oh, well, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Wow, I've been here for 4 years and I haven't.
I know.
I'm sure I passed it.
We're South Campus.
Oh.
Cheers. Facebook Live.
Yeah,
Do you want
sure.
to just talk about your project?
Sure.
Tell us Your name?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Richard Yo. I'm Korean, but I grew up in Singapore. I got here because I love sketching cars. So I have 3 projects to show. First one is a Jaguar sponsored project. The second is a Honda internship project, and then the last is my senior thesis.
Why don't you tell us about the senior thesis?
Well, this is an internship project that I did at Honda. Basically, this was the project that really pushed me to create a new proportion and form language. The whole idea started from just this basic sketch. Basically, it was inspired by Honda Kiwami concept, which was this really extreme proportioned and packaged car. And I thought I wanted to do an accurate take on that. And so this is we call it Acura Hyperluge. It's a 3-row sports car. And the reason why I did that was to push the packaging as far as possible, and to also say that minivans can be cool. Because right now, minivans, the only thing that's holding them back is styling. So why not combine the things I love about cars, which is fenders and volume, and put it in a minivan.
This thing could be huge.
Yeah, it's actually pretty big itself right now. And it's a quarter scale, so it's even better than the 5th scale models that I have.
Hyperluge.
Yes, Hyperluge.
Have you ever done a luge?
Yes, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Tell us about your luge experience.
Yeah, I mean, it was inspired by that. Basically, the bobsleigh, the shape of the bobsleigh, which I was really fascinated by. So it's like this single capsule held on by these thin blades, which are indicated by this vent. And then the whole idea of this shape was to maximize interior space, but also minimize the footprint. And as a sports car, I think I really wanted to accentuate, this taper of the body going in. And the rear shape is basically my form theory, which is maximizing space and minimizing footprint. So it tapers down, and it's basically a speed form with like a lot of aero features.
Which of these projects would you most love to see become real?
This one right here. And I mean, this is also, since the trend is autonomous cars, I wanted to really entice the young generation to know what it feels to be in a fast car.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to do a 6-seater, as opposed to maybe like a 4-seater or a 2-seater, where only the driver is engaged. And I wanted the whole 6 people to have as much fun in this car. So.
Great, and do you know what you're doing next?
I don't know, actually. I'm trying to get a job.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. This stuff is really great.
Thank you.
Congratulations.